introduction. I can assure you that had I continued in academia or business, my life could have been oh so much duller. So I am very happy to be engaged in political life in Israel. So thank you very much for having me tonight. Thank you, Rabbi, for hosting me. It's a true pleasure to be here with you, to be here in Toronto and in Canada, and here this evening to be able to discuss with you a new contract between Israel and the Jewish people. But before I do begin to talk about that, I just wanted to say that typically when I come to meet and to discuss, I go in one direction and hold discussions and talks and lectures and meetings. But this time in particular, I'm taking with me a message back from Canada, back to Israel. As I was preparing for this trip, I became more and more aware of the depth and breadth of Canada's friendship and support of Israel, and it is amazing how little known it is in Israel. The Israeli on the street might be more likely to know that tiny Micronesia is a supporter of Israel in international bodies. The anecdotal part also plays into the fact that we remember. And less the fact that for some time now, Canada has taken a very courageous stand, sometimes a very lonely stand, which is why courage is needed, to support Israel, to actually stand up for what is right in bodies that abuse and misuse the name of human rights. And I think it's not only good manners that we should acknowledge our friends. It's very important that Israel do so. Our friends are very important to us, and I certainly take back as a personal mission here for me, as I go back to Israel, to make it as much known as possible, not just among a small community of foreign affairs professionals, but truly that Israelis more broadly will be aware of how strong this friendship is, of how strong the support is, and truly acknowledge it. So this is a mission that I'm taking for me, with me, back to Israel from here in Canada, and I think in this respect, this is one of the more special opportunities that I've had in my travels.